What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and this is a topic close to home. Uh, and so I thought I would comment on it and try to also provide some support publicly. I know that Asmongold and I share at least a small part of our audience. We probably also share people that don't like each other's in their audience as well. That's okay. I've agreed with Asmongold on a lot of things, and we've also disagreed. But one thing I can say for him that maybe a lot of people don't know publicly is that he's always been level-headed and kind behind the scenes to me. We've talked here and there via DMs. You know, I'm not going to say we're friends, but we've talked, and he's always had a fair and balanced approach to things. He's never taken anything personal when I disagree with him, and that's super rare these days. Asmongold is one of the only streamers I watch, probably the only streamer on Twitch that I watch. I'll watch Dr. Disrespect on YouTube, Asmongold on Twitch, and that's kind of about it. There's a lot of times that World of Warcraft streams going on my monitor, and that's Asmon. And he was on a private server last night or the other night, and now media's picking up on it, which I'm sure kind of sucks. But he said that he feels like a loser and that he's contemplated ending things. And God, I can't tell you. I don't know if this is okay or not, but obviously my mind went immediately to another famous World of Warcraft streamer that we lost not that long ago. And actually, the streamer that basically introduced me to World of Warcraft and watching streamers. And, now we see Asmon also coming out and saying, some concerning things. And I just want, I want him to know and others to know that they're not alone out there. You don't have to be a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber to deal with anxiety. For him, it's performance anxiety. For me, it's just general anxiety. For the past, 10 years, it's really the reason I don't do meetups. It's the reason I don't do traveling very often. It's the reason I have to carry this stupid bottle of pills with me everywhere I go. It sucks. I hate it. I wonder why so many people seem to be dealing with it now these days, and wonder why people didn't seem to have these problems as prevalently in the past. Maybe they always existed and were undiagnosed. Maybe it's something in the food that we all eat, all the energy drinks and caffeine that we all consume now. I don't know. Certainly for me, getting healthier would probably help reduce that. But it sucks. Panic attacks are extraordinarily frightening, debilitating, and embarrassing, especially, I'm not going to speak for all men, but for me, it makes me feel weak and embarrassed. I'm a big burly man. I shouldn't be, curled up in a ball, like in tears, but it happens, less now than in the past, because I kind of know, what things in my life can lead to these type of events. And obviously I have medicine that helps too, but I'd prefer to not be on that. There's a stigma with taking pills every day for this kind of stuff too, that, makes me not want to be on it too. I mean, I don't know what this stuff's going to do to me long term, But, I want Asmon to know, and I guarantee my viewers, whether they disagree or they agree with some of his takes here and there, that we support you. I've sent him a private message of support, but I also felt like, sharing my own vulnerabilities to anxiety might help. I know there are a lot of creators out there that deal with it, and I don't like to use it as an excuse. And I'm sure Asmon doesn't either. But it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to let your viewers know that you need some time off. For me, taking time off is almost a physical impossibility at this point. Because my content is like this treadmill that always I have to be on. Now, if I was actually on an actual treadmill, it'd probably be better for me. Maybe I should record videos while on a treadmill, double up. But in my mind, I know that like the window of time for me to remain relevant on YouTube is extraordinarily short. I've probably already extended past the normal window, and I'm in like a mature phase. My channel is no longer in a growth stage. It's in like a mature stage. So now I have to work doubly hard to make sure that I keep my existing audience. I imagine that's somewhat similar to what Asmon feels. And on Twitch, you have to be, I mean, people think YouTube is bad in terms of enforcing rules and everything. Twitch is a million times worse. They wrote, it's clear the popular stars enjoyed plenty of success on Twitch. Beneath the surface, however, Asmongold admits he's dealing with really bad anxiety. The problem, Asmon explained during a June 14th stream on his private channel, on Zachrar, has been something that's plagued him since he was young. It's not exactly depression, but he gets overwhelmed with performance anxiety. It gets in my head. I can't really deal with it. I've tried to do other things instead of playing World of Warcraft on my stream. And when things happen I don't expect, I just shut down completely, the streamer revealed. Maybe that's why he wanted to try Final Fantasy. I don't know. I imagine that it must suck for streamers who, you know, get identified with, you know, they identify with this one game, and a huge portion of their audience gets mad when they don't play it. That probably sucks. But you've got to, you know, I'm sure 100% of your audience would agree that they would rather you be here. And he goes on to say, I can't even pretend to be okay either when it happens. It does really make me feel like complete garbage. I'm not really, it makes me feel like a loser. He wrote, then he continues, which is really gets very concerning. That's really what it is. I sit there, I'm thinking everyone else can do this properly and I just can't. It makes me feel like a failure in a way. I just can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Honestly, looking back at footage and seeing his reactions, it makes me want to kill myself. It's really bad. He had his streaming puts a huge amount of stress on me. And he wasn't being like ironic. Now, twice recently, Asmon has taken extended breaks from streaming in a bid to manage his issues, and the streamer admits there's a likelihood he'll have to take more time off in the future should his anxiety problems continue. It's why I have to take breaks, he said. He repeated, this is why I have to take breaks. I don't want to be in that mindset. It's really bad because just so the word isn't depressed, I'm disappointed in myself. I try so hard to get over it, and I can't. There's a lot of different methods I try, and nothing works. I think it's terrible, and it's always been like this. He confirmed he's planning another hiatus. I spent a lot of time trying to be another person. It's so exhausting. That's why I have to take a break. I think I understand. You know, I think you always, when you're streaming, you have to turn it up to 11. Just like when I'm recording a video, you know, I have to turn it up to 11. My version of 11, obviously different than these, you know, weirdo TikTokers that have, you know, young person energy. But it is a different kind of mentality or existence when you're in front of the camera. Doing that for 8 hours straight or 12 or 15 hours straight or whatever probably is extraordinarily stressful. I imagine it would ruin like a lot of what you like. You know, I'm sure that Asmon probably still really likes World of Warcraft and would like to play it at his own pace and enjoy the game, but streaming it probably makes it a little different of an experience. Worse in some ways, maybe better in other ways. But, you know, I think I would just like, you know, I know Asmongold checks his Twitter. If you use Twitter or Twitch, you know, I would ask that you consider taking a minute today, you know, open a new window up, go over to Twitter, send him some positive vibes. Asmon, I know everyone would understand if you wanted to take a break. I'm not a qualified medical official, but if, obviously, and I've said this in private too, like if you ever want to talk, obviously, please let me know. Don't push yourself past the point where you can't come out of here. I know you've lived your life extraordinarily humbly, which means you probably don't have to stream anymore. You probably have a nice little nest egg to take. You could take years off in return. But I also understand uniquely as a content creator too, that it's difficult to even consider doing that. I mean, for me, it's like an impossibility. I'm going to just keep grinding until they finally ban me. Then perhaps I'll relax. That's why I have my Midwestly channel. It's this little political channel that I have that I don't talk about very often. But I've been doing 3 videos a day there for several weeks or months now. And to me, like, that's what one day I would like to just do 3 videos on this channel, maybe 3 videos on that channel, and then be done for the day. I understand the golden handcuffs. This is something that, how do I say this? I understand that this will not come off as something that a lot of people can relate to, but I'm fine saying it publicly because I know my viewers won't care. Look, if you work every day, like on YouTube, you can make a lot of money. My channel is at the point now where if it's, entertainment type topics, you can have really, really, really good days. But if you don't work, you make 0 money, just like everyone else, but it's magnified because you have this finite window to create. I'm sure it's exactly like that for Asmon in streaming. If he doesn't stream, he doesn't make any money, although he has his Twitch subscriptions, but you don't get donations, you don't grow those subscriptions, people unsubscribe if you're dormant or if you're not playing the game they want. It's an immense amount of pressure. In exchange for that pressure, you can make a lot of money doing this. But I don't want people to go, over the edge. And I hope that people send positivity to Asmon and, put differences aside and just let him know that, hey, if he decides to take a break, don't get mad at him. And understand that there's always more going on. It's like when I used to work retail, and I'll finish on this thought. When I used to work retail, sometimes you'd get like an angry customer, right? And it never made me mad because early on I don't know if it was my parents or a boss or something, like somebody whose opinion mattered to me at the time said something like, you never really know what that person went through before they came in to buy that Palm Pilot 3C and you were out of stock on it. That's a old reference, but that's where I learned. I used to work at Office Max, and so I get angry customers or whatever. It never really bothered me because you never really know. Maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe their business is failing. Maybe they got in a huge, maybe their parents are sick. Maybe, you never really know. And so I think it's always good to try and treat people with kindness, even if, like all humans, it's not easy to do all the time. I wish you all the best, Asmon. Please, obviously, you can reach out to me. I'm sure I'm not in your inner circle, but the offer's out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take your time, Asmon. I'm pulling for you, sending positive vibes, and we'll talk to you again real soon.